Hi there, this is Brian Weiss, Director of Compass Career and Academic Advising at the College of Coastal Georgia, and I want to take just a few minutes here to let you know about an excellent resource we have in Coastal Careerlink called our mock interview module. So if you're here in Coastal Careerlink, you click on Resources and come down to Mock Interviews. It opens up the mock interview module, and as you can see, there are dozens of interviews in here that you can take, and depending on your major, you'd see different interviews. We have them for nursing, we have them for education, we have them for business, we have them for American Studies. As you can see, the student that I'm using right now is a business student, so there's a lot of business type interviews in here. The basic practice interview is a 10-question, very simple questions like tell me about yourself, what are your greatest strengths, what are your greatest weaknesses, and then they get a little bit more in depth if you go into like the business accounting. It's going to be very specific for accounting. One that I'm going to use right now is called the elevator pitch. So I'll click on record new attempt. I've already tried this once, so I have already one in here, but I'm going to try record new attempt, and the system will give you some information. At this point, it'll allow you to make sure your microphone and your camera are turned on, that your volume level is working correctly, and you can practice a question and just see to make sure that your microphone's working and all that, and your camera, or you can click on begin interview. Give you some pointers about how to do this. Make sure that your answer has to be at least 10 seconds long for it to record, but it really should be a lot longer than that anyway. But just so you know, make sure that you're going into some detail so that the system can record your response. When you're ready, you click on Let's Begin.
Tell me about yourself.
And here you can see me. I asked the question, tell me about yourself. And at this point, nothing's recording. It's giving me about 30 seconds to think about the answer, which in a real interview would not happen. But in this instance, you do get a few seconds to think about it. When you're ready to answer the question, you can see you get 3 minutes on the timer here to answer the question, which would be a good response to this initial question. So when I'm ready to go, I click on Record Answer. And at this point, the mock interview system is recording, and so I would go into my elevator pitch here where I tell about myself, my experiences, and all that. You can see my countdown here to let me know how much time I have left. And once I've given my answer, I would click on Stop Recording. At this point, it says that my mock interview has been completed, and I can request feedback. I could review the interview and look at my answer and see how I did on it, or I could just leave the system altogether. But we do suggest if you want to use the system that you send it over to us for review. And what you do is you click on Request Feedback, and you can choose somebody to request feedback from, which would be your advisor and your Compass advisor. And you can also request feedback from others. And at this point, if I wanted to put in somebody else here at the college, or a professor, or a mentor off campus, or anybody else, you can put it in here. And then when you hit submit, it would send that person an email saying that so-and-so has requested a mock interview. So at this point, I'm going to click on submit. And I've successfully sent the feedback request to the Compass Career and Academic Advising, and also if I added anybody else, a professor or anybody else, they would get it. At this point, I can request more feedback, or I can just exit the system. And that's how you do a mock interview in Coastal Careerlink. We hope you use this, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your Compass advisor here at Compass Career and Academic Advising. Thank you.